Sinanga ndine Fred Hanyinde nabadwa muno muzomashapola nabadwa mu chaka cha 1975 so ngatayerekeza 1975 because 1000 nilina 35 years napatira 1997 mkazi nake napatira ni Melda Chulo nabadwa 1983 kuti na bana 4 pano nakhala chifuka cholima takaka kaina ni yabwino so imani pasa chakudya especially ngati pena ngati mvula sina pake maningi so ni mali mako milisi mali mako sunflower mali mako cotton na shava na cowpeas aso futi napo na garden mali mako ndiyo ungarepo tomato cabbage tunakonversa kuenda kuchichi refuti kukhala monga ze caregiver refuti na bola ni mali konversa maningi give amen because tonight kuka kumtima so that tonight tizkwenda mumizi kuona bodwala inaona tu because then mpulwanga anavutika maningi so na bana mkasi chabwino uona bodwala if na bible ikamba kuti ngati odrumo wana bodwala chimizi ponesanya mawa mulongo monga ba caregiver chitoyomba chita ngoti machita utoli komoni maningi kuma clients watu ni ya gasamalide kapa nyumba because bambili bakambata ine sibanifuna whatever kunikambati igwe matenda ya siwenza kumvera whatever siwenza kumvera mateso matenga matenda chenda ukotu pesa tumbale mpasa tumbale cheka yeka ngati sima ndacheka kuja so sama funga timwaenda so kumamvera mushima abwera banzanga nocheza buno mukata kumanja onse refuti na kuti ankale wo masuka maningi kuma ku family kuja sankala wo masuka ni kutara bauze vuto amena
My name is Miriam Odu, and I'm 27 years old.
She wants to explore. She's something like she's adventurous. At times, when she wants to do something, I will even try to discourage her, but she will have the courage to pursue.
I was a kid, I had a dream that a dog bites me. Then my mom told me, I start shouting, dog has bites my leg. The next day, I can't even stand on my feet and paralyzed.
I found it very difficult to get even school for her, because at the normal or at the regular school, you know, they didn't want to mingle up with people with crutches.
When I was I find life difficult, you know, and at that time I don't want to come out. I don't want much people. I don't want people to see me walking.
Some people, when they see them, they admire them, they have sympathy for them. But some people too, when they see them, they just shun them.
My name is Date Bhati Pakkar. I am 14 years old. I live in Sunisangli. मला मिथुन चक्रवर्ती हा हिरो आवडतो, कारण तो कायम दुसऱ्यांना मदत करतो. जर अडचणीत असेल त्याची अडचण सोडवण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. काही लोक फुटपाथवर राहतात, त्यांना काहीतरी मदत करेल, म्हणजे त्यांच्यासाठी काहीतरी सोय करेल. ह्या जगात खूप काही लोक असे त्यांना एक वेळचं अन्न भेटत नाही, त्यांच्यासाठी काहीतरी मदत करेल.
फरक कसं आहे, आता आमचं जीवन जर म्हणलं तर खूप आंधळच आहे. शिक्षण नसेल तर माणसाचं समजायचं 2 डोळे तर 1 डोळा नाही समजायचं, शिक्षण नाही तर.
For about a couple of years, we only focused on adult women and literacy for them. And I noticed many of the girls who came to the class were very, very young girls with Mangal Sutra, which is a gold and black beaded necklace around their necks, which in India is a symbol of matrimony. And they had babies on their hips, and I started to ask what's going on and why are such young girls married off already. And there's a famous Indian saying, why water a plant that's going to grow in a neighbor's garden?
Mi nombre es Carlos Enrique Marroquín Machán, soy originario de aquí de San Andrés Itzapa, mi edad es de 41 años. Mi finca está a 3 kilómetros de aquí. El nombre se llama Chibul. el chibú le hemos puesto nosotros, pues el lugar está más alto de lo que está el pueblo. Ahí, por ejemplo, ahorita en el mes de septiembre tenemos que cultivar frijoles ejoteros, o sea, verdes, pues, para venderlo al mercado. Lo que sembramos son huicoy, zanahoria, parte de lechuga, el maíz, piligua que tengo sembrado ahorita. Y, bueno, de rábanos, remolacha, todo eso lo hacemos ahí. Dicen que tengo la mano de Dios porque son 5 hijos los que tengo. Mi hija grande tiene 18 años, Carlos tiene 17, Antonio tiene 14 años, Jenny Carolina tiene 11 y Cristian va a cumplir 6 años. Cuando empezó el conflicto armado, en mi niñez yo tuve una experiencia muy dolorosa porque tuve un momento en el cual me torturaron, pues, porque me colgaron por los paramilitares, y después de eso, pues, ya al crecer, al entrar a la juventud, no tuve la oportunidad de tener una juventud también, como les dijera, así como la que tienen ahora mis hijos, pues. Entonces todo fue ya menos.
Zoenda chena mendo. Wakale pafupi, pakale patate, so chena mendo. Pakale mainzi zacho chena mendo. Because kwa tu pepe zinga kutana. Kama jana chema program Zambia youth series, but if tienda tutandiza wachani odwara mu manyumba community. Zoenda chena mendo.
What I find so particular about it is that it's so simple, it's measurable, something that we take for granted, and that in other areas of the world is something that changes lives. One bike, it's $134 per bike, and I know that that bike is going to go somewhere, and it's going to change the life of not only one person, but probably of a whole family.
Mataniza kuti tifike kama Musanga because munga kutali kuti tizoenda kapena 7 hours. So ngati 7 hours sumanya ngati na kuna totenga ngataenda kuti tumeendesa kufika kwa Musanga na kubwera kwa Musanga. Refutima tupepo sako. Pero ngasenza njini chito kafiyamba na 16 hours wenda muona $1 futu wa bwera. So once matupepo kira kuti chito en effective ya kiagio.
In many villages, there were only schools till 7th grade. There were no high schools. So we worked in 10 villages at that point of time, and there were only 3 high schools. So then I asked, I asked the parents, the mothers, well, what happens to the boys? How do you send the boys to school? And they said, well, we give them bicycles. And I said, well, what about the girls? And they said, oh no, it's a waste of money to give a bicycle to a girl. She's going to turn around and get married. So I thought, my God, if it's only a bicycle that's keeping girls from going to school, let's go ahead and, give it to them.
I am going to Nimgaphoge High School. I am learning in the 9th standard. I like mathematics because कारण आपल्याला त्यात कोडी असतात ते सोडवायला म्हणजे आनंद वाटतो त्यामध्ये. सायकल भेटल्यामुळे मला खूप फायदा झाला. सायकलमुळे वेळेची बचत झाली म्हणजे तो वेळ मला अभ्यासाला वापरता यायला लागला. आणि तसेच मैत्रिणींबरोबर यायला आणखीन मजा वाटते. पहिले पायी पायी यायला लागायचं.
हळूहळू येतेच ना त्याला शिक्षण म्हणजे पायी पायी जायचं आणि सायकलवर जायचं म्हणजे फरक वाटतोच ना. पण त्यांच्या पुढच्या तरी याच्यासाठी आपण काहीतरी केलं पाहिजे. कष्ट करणं हे तर आपलं कर्तव्यच आहे. कष्ट करायचं कसं होईना. शिक्षण म्हणजे
मला मोठी होऊन कलेक्टर व्हायचं. कारण कलेक्टर झालं तर मी निर्णय घेऊ शकते आणि त्या निर्णयाची अंमलबजावणी पण करू शकते. म्हणजे हेच काही समाजात खूप गरीब लोक आहेत त्यांना पुढे नेण्यास मदत करणं. हा देश म्हणजे आता खूप गरिबी आली त्यांना मदत करून देश पुढे नेण्यास मदत करणं.
This is my bench. Yes. Yeah, I have all the tools I need on my bench.
The first day, there was one young woman named Miriam Odoro that came up to me and said, David, I want to be a part of this project. And I said, okay, that's great. You want to learn how to fix bikes? She said, yes. She said, David, I'm serious. I want to learn how to fix bikes.
They were laughing at me because of I bend mine. So when David teach me and I started doing it, I finished mine and David came and checked it. He said, oh wow, you have done well. And they are sitting there, Miriam, can you help me with my rim? Miriam, can you help me with my rim? I said, you are sitting there laughing at me. You want me to help you? I won't do that. Then David asked me, Miriam, you can help them. And I helped him.
She's always adventurous. She wants to she wants to go beyond what everybody has. She doesn't seem to be handicapped. She doesn't seem to be worried about her problem at all.
It's a pretty amazing thing to have this aggressive male come with his bike and say, hey, my bike needs to be repaired. My wheel is going like this, right? And then everyone looks at it and they say, okay, we'll fix it for you. And then they take the wheel off, give it to Miriam. And the guy's expression is like, what? This woman, this disabled woman is gonna true my wheel? And what ends up happening is that she trues his wheel for him. You know, and sometimes there are men sitting there just watching as Miriam is repairing their wheel, something that they can't do themselves. And there's this female, physically disabled mechanic fixing their wheel for this person. I know that her life has changed by it. I know that she now sees herself in the world as an influential person. She sees herself as having skills that other people don't have, that are valuable to her community and even to the world. She sees herself as now representing other physically disabled people who were in her position before without work, and in a position now to advocate for them and, you know, for recognition of the enormous amount of unemployed physically disabled people in Ghana. She's a woman working in a field that is generally dominated by men. And so she's even expanding the boundaries of women, and other women who are able-bodied look up to her as an example of how women can be in the world.
It makes me happy, and it helps me to achieve something. And I feel proud. Yes. My name is Miriam Oduro. I'm a mechanic.
La bicimáquina, en primer lugar, todo es reciclado. Empezamos desde lo que es la bicicleta. La bicicleta es la parte fundamental y de ahí llenamos lo que es el mecanismo con lo que ya son las cosas ya que han dejado de funcionar por cuestiones, incluso lo que es el diésel, la gasolina y todo eso. Entonces lo que nosotros tratamos de hacer con la bicimáquina es juntar todos esos implementos que los han tirado. En primer lugar de una bicimáquina es que, en primer lugar, no va a contaminar el medio ambiente. En segundo lugar, que llena una expectativa entre lo artesanal y lo industrial, es un término medio, porque va a facilitar y hacerlo más rápido. En tercero, que la economía le va a ayudar bastante, porque en vez de gastar en combustible, energía y todo eso, eso ayuda a minimizar los costos y gastos de la máquina. Y es simple el mantenimiento que tiene.
Dios cuesta mucho, solo de noche lo molemos un poquito. Tenemos con otros también material con este, ¿ve? Con este hacemos nosotros antes. Pero como hoy ya tenemos eso, hoy ya no lo usamos. Ya es diferente. Con este lo hacemos así, ¿ve? Y me ayuda mucho. Ya como le digo, el maíz así rápido, grande, yo cuento cosas, mi tamal. Le meto allí y rapidito le voy a moler mi maíz. Y cuando hacemos concentrada, hacemos una tarde como gente. Entonces sé que es una ayuda para nosotros.
Y también ayuda a que la familia aprenda a recolectar los recursos que cuenta a su alrededor y poderle darle nuevo uso, que no solo sea el que vaya a contaminar, sino que aprenda a hacer las cosas de una mejor manera.
Exportamos café en los Estados Unidos, el otro año de repente en Japón. Entonces, eso nos ha facilitado. Esas tres formas de cómo para utilizar un poco más, no utilizar diésel o gasolina o energía eléctrica, es un poco más mejor, ¿no? Porque realmente hay mucha contaminación, pero en ese caso nos ayuda como para que no contaminamos mucho, ¿no?
Bueno, como decimos que para alguien que no haya visto una bicimáquina, el concepto es impresionante porque se asombran pues de lo que nosotros podemos realizar. Si a alguien le da un paro cardíaco, pues aquí lo vamos a reanimar. Y eso es lo que estamos haciendo con las bicicletas.
Feel the fresh air going. You can feel how fast you're going. You feel like going like 100. You go like going 10, 15. You can feel all that wind coming to your face, feeling all fresh and everything. Feels good, better than in the car. It's all depends the day of the mood. If I feel like riding my bike somewhere far with my earphones, I go to my racing bike. It has blue tires, blue frame with some chrome on it. With a beach cruiser, if I feel like riding with my friends, with my homies anywhere, I'll take my beach cruiser, my mountain bike, which one comes in handy.
You have recreational road riders who can generally afford, bikes up to $2,000–$3,000 more, right? You have recreational mountain bikers, same deal, and those folks will tend to replace bikes every few years, even. You have the die-hard enviro bike commuters, but that group is not just the classic image that we have of a bicycle commuter. The white, well-educated cyclist who's decided to simplify their life and to live environmentally, and thus they're going to bike. In Santa Barbara, at least half of that 5% of people getting around by bike are working class folks who rely on that bike, probably not necessarily out of choice, because people ride whatever they can, and again, that's half of our active bike commuting population. And so our feeling at BC Centro, and as kind of the group of founders, was that that group wasn't being served. I feel a lot of sympathy for people in Shark's position, because out of high school, the possibilities are really bleak. What do you do? Continue kind of hanging out with the gang? He probably has some hard job prospects.
It has to keep me from the streets, from kicking with my homies, kicking with everyone I know, getting busted, getting locked up every time. BC Centros have helped me stopping it. I could be here, I could come here. It's kind of like a job. Come here, throw all my stress in here, and go home and just chill and just pass out. It's like a regular day, doing like a regular job, like a regular person. I've always been proud working in here. Been helping a lot of people from different spots, people from different world, different states, different age. You get the smallest kid to the biggest, oldest, like OG, old man, whatever. If we could get anyone in here, don't know nothing about bike, we teach them. My life has changed plenty. A lot of people know me better from right here, BC Central. They'd be like, aren't you that person who helped me fixing my bike? That's I'm like, yes, I know how to fix it. They've been talking about thanks for fixing it, it's running good. My name is Sharky from Santa Barbara. I'm from BC Central. I'm a volunteer, I'm 21 years old.
This is just the same story over and over. People with enormous potential that are overlooked throughout the world.
What we need are solutions that are intermediate. We have all these like overpowering solutions. Like we want to have electricity. Well, let's dig up that mountain and just like make electricity, and we'll just run railroad cars and trucks, and like all we do is overpower things or neglect things.
Nosotros como seres humanos tenemos que cuidar al mundo, no el mundo de nosotros, porque a nosotros nos han dado la sabiduría, el entendimiento y todo esto.
The majority of trips that people need to take in their lives, if you're in Guatemala or Ghana or in Boston, are bikeable.
If we say we have a problem with transportation. It's when we wake up in the morning, we look at the sky and we say, well, if it's cloudy, do we go by car or we take the bike? The transportation story or the transportation problem in Africa is totally different. They don't have the choice. There they either have to walk, kids have to walk 2 to 3 hours to school and from school, or caregivers have to walk all day long. In the best circumstance, they can maybe see 2 or 3 patients. It's a completely different view on what a bike can do. We don't see the use of a bike other than we have the choice.
Having a bicycle and being able to access education can have such a huge impact on, aspirational levels, on educational levels, on quality of life.
That bicycle is increasing their mobility, it's increasing their ability to go places. It's broadening their scope of their life, of what resources they can access.
Bikes have been part of my life naturally for always, and I've never thought about not having a bike. What a bike can do, to me, it just made too much sense. And I couldn't afford myself to say I'm not part of this.
It is a comprehensive development tool. Development happens for an entire country, starts with one person. And if every single person in that country begins to become empowered and begins to have access to resources, the entire country is going to develop.
Ya no nosotros tenemos que hablar por la máquina habla por sí sola.
And you fix that one up, he's gonna tell his friend
It gives mobility to
Ya no nosotros tenemos que hablar por la máquina habla por sí sola.